students. So this is another practical class, students. So we have completed the first experiment of this semester under volumetric analysis. Hope you have written that experiment in your observation book. Okay. So now I am going to tell you the second experiment, that is kindly take a fresh new page and put the heading, students, estimation of sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate in a given mixture. So put the heading, it's given on the board, students, estimation of sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate in a mixture. This is your second experiment under acid-base titrations of volumetric analysis. Okay. So as we all know, we will proceed with the aim, students. Put the side heading aim. Write down. To estimate the amount of carbonate and bicarbonate in the given mixture. Carbonate and bicarbonate in the given mixture. Full stop. What comes next, students? Put the side heading principle. So put the side heading principle, students. This is a very important experiment. Most frequently this is asked in your practical exam, and the principle is quite big, students. I tried writing it on the board. Okay, so I will dictate for you. Carefully write down sentence by sentence. Na2CO3 reacts with HCl in 2 stages. Na2CO3 means sodium carbonate reacts with HCl in 2 stages. Full stop. The first stage represents half neutralization of Na2CO3 in which sodium carbonate, half neutralization of Na2CO3 in which sodium carbonate is converted to sodium bicarbonate. Students, while writing, don't simply write blindly. Try to understand, try to concentrate on each and every sentence. Then only when I explain, it will be easily understood. Okay. So Na2CO3 reacts with HCl in 2 stages. First stage represents half neutralization of Na2CO3 in which Na2CO3 is converted to NaHCO3. That is sodium carbonate to sodium bicarbonate. Full stop. The end point for this semi-neutralization. In that sentence we have written half neutralization. Here we are writing semi-neutralization. Both are same, students. Half neutralization can also be called as semi-neutralization. Okay. So the end point for this semi or half neutralization can be detected using phenolphthalein indicator. Don't write spelling mistakes. Phenolphthalein spelling PhenolPHTHALEIN. Phenolphthalein indicator. Full stop. Underline, students, the end point for this semi-neutralization and phenolphthalein indicate. Full stop. Okay. Below write down. In the second stage, comma, the bicarbonate, in the second stage, the bicarbonate formed by the FOR-MED, formed by the semi-neutralization of carbonate. In the second stage, comma, the bicarbonate formed by the semi-neutralization of carbonate and the bicarbonate originally present in the mixture and the bicarbonate originally present in the mixture undergo complete neutralization. Undergo complete neutralization. Full stop. Below write down. The total bicarbonate can be estimated. The total bicarbonate can be estimated using methyl orange indicator. Underline methyl orange indicator, students. The total bicarbonate can be estimated using methyl orange indicator. Full stop. Below write down. The first endpoint that is disappearance of pink color, represents semi-neutralization of Na2CO3, and the titer value is recorded as V1. Titer value is recorded as V1. Full stop. Below. Hence, the volume of HCl, required for complete neutralization of carbonate is 2V1. Hence, volume of HCl required for complete neutralization of carbonate is 2V1. Full stop. Below write down. The second endpoint in the brackets V2 represents total volume of HCl required for the complete neutralization of both carbonate and bicarbonate in the mixture. Full stop. Hence the volume of HCl required for the neutralization of bicarbonate alone is V2 minus 2V1. Full stop. This is the principle of the second experiment, students. Below, write down the reactions. So, write down the reactions under the principle, students. So, big paragraph we have written now. So, that paragraph, the meaning gives us these reactions. Okay. So, write down. Na2CO3 plus HCl. That is the first stage we have written now. Half neutralization Na2CO3 undergoes. That in the form of a reaction. Na2CO3 plus HCl gives NaHCO3 plus NaCl. Okay. So this is the first neutralization. First stage, that is half neutralization of sodium carbonate giving sodium bicarbonate. Next, NaHCO3 plus HCl gives NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Neutralization of sodium bicarbonate. Next, Na2CO3, if you add up the two reactions, Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives 2NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. These are the reactions you are supposed to write under the principle. Okay. Next comes procedure, students. Procedure. Under this procedure we have 3 steps. So step 1, put the side heading, preparation of standard Na2CO3 solution. So for every experiment we take a primary standard substance whose concentration remains constant. Okay. So here also the primary standard substance is sodium carbonate. We prepare standard Na2CO3 solution like we have prepared for the previous experiment. So under this, write down, students, I will dictate the procedure for step 1. So weigh, have you written the side heading, students? Okay, weigh 1.325 grams of, weigh 1.325 grams of Na2CO3, weigh about 1.325 grams of Na2CO3, dissolve it in distilled water, dissolve it in distilled water in a 250 ml volumetric flask, in a 250 ml volumetric flask, make up the volume, make up the volume to the mark, make up the volume to the mark, shake well and calculate the molarity of standard Na2CO3 solution. Okay. Standard Na2CO3 solution. Full stop. Last week I have shown you the volumetric flask and the weighing bottle and how to weigh. I have shown you everything in the previous experiment. So again I am not showing you all the apparatus here once again. Okay. Calculate the molarity of standard Na2CO3 solution. That will be our first step, students. Next, below step 2, put the side heading, step 2. Step 2 will be standardization of HCl, students. HCl is the secondary standard substance. So concentration of HCl will be known from the standard Na2CO3 solution like we have done in the previous experiment. Standardization of HCl. So this standardized HCl, we use it for the estimation of carbonate and bicarbonate in the given unknown solution. Okay. So write down here. How will we do standardization of HCl? So write down, students. Pipette out 20 ml of standard Na2CO3 solution. 20 ml of standard Na2CO3 solution in a clean conical flask. In a clean conical flask, add 1 test tube of water, 1 test tube of water, comma, 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange indicator, comma, titrate against HCl taken in the burette, titrate against HCl taken in the burette till the color changes from yellow to pink. Till the color changes from yellow to pink, comma, note the titer value, comma, repeat the titration and calculate molarity of HCl. Full stop. So what is to be done, students? First step, we have prepared standard Na2CO3 solution. So where did we prepare the standard Na2CO3 solution? In the 250 ml volumetric flask. Okay. Second step, how are we standardizing HCl solution? Students, taking 20 ml of standard Na2CO3. How are we taking 20 ml of Na2CO3? Using a pipette. Okay. So the solution from volumetric flask, you will take some of the solution into a beaker. From that beaker, using a 20 ml pipette, you will pipette out the standard Na2CO3 solution into a clean conical flask. To that 20 ml, we will add 1 test tube of water and 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange indicator. Immediately after adding methyl orange indicator, the solution turns into yellow color, and this solution should be titrated against HCl. So HCl will be given to you in a beaker. From that beaker, you will fill the burette, this HCl solution. You will fix the burette to a stand and start titrating the solution in conical flask. Okay. So you will titrate the solution until the yellow colored solution in conical flask changes into pink color. Okay. So stop titrating when the solution turns into pink color, because pink color is the end point. That means this reaction is complete. So I told you last class that in order to know that the reaction is completed, we use the indicator for the color change. Okay. So the end point is yellow to pink. You will stop titrating the solution. So when the solution turns into pink color, you will be noting down the titer value, that is the burette reading. Okay. So using that means that the amount of HCl required, okay, to neutralize Na2CO3. Fine, students. So you will note down the titer value. You will repeat the titration. Why to repeat the titration? To get the same values. Okay. So without getting any errors. So that's why we repeat the titration. Suppose if you get the same value for 2 titrations, then we will stop titrating. If you don't get the same value the second titration, then we will proceed for the third titration. Okay. So why we repeat the titration? In order to avoid the errors. Fine, students. So using this value, we will calculate the molarity of HCl. That is your standardization of HCl. Full stop. Next, third step, students. Third step. Put the side heading. Third step. Estimation of carbonate and bicarbonate in the given mixture. Estimation of carbonate and bicarbonate in the given mixture. Okay, so first and second steps are same like the previous experiment, students. So here comes the third step, that is estimation of carbonate and bicarbonate in the given mixture. Kindly write down the procedure, students. Pipette out. Students, the unknown will be given in a beaker to you. Okay, so that unknown mixture, what is to be done, I am dictating now. Pipette out 20 ml of the given mixture in a clean conical flask, comma, add 1 test tube of water, comma, 2 to 3 drops of add 1 test tube of water, comma, add 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. Comma, titrate against HCl, taken in the burette till the solution becomes colorless. Brackets write down, students. Pink to colorless. And close the brackets and record the titer value as V1 and record the titer value as V1. Full stop. Okay, what did we do? Pipette out 20 ml of the given mixture in a clean conical flask, added 1 test tube of water, added 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. Immediately after adding phenolphthalein indicator, the solution turns into pink color. So when we start titrating against HCl taken in the burette, the pink solution turns colorless. Stop titrating and note down the value. That titer value we will note down, or we will denote it as V1. Okay, full stop. To the same flask. What is that flask? Conical flask. We don't throw the solution. We don't discard the solution, students. To the same flask, add 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange indicator. 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange indicator. And continue the titration. Till the yellow color changes to pink. Full stop. Students, immediately when we add the methyl orange indicator, the colorless solution turns into yellow color. When we titrate against HCl, it turns into pink color. There we should stop titrating the solution. Okay? Full stop. Record the titer value as V2 and repeat the titration. Full stop. Below put the side heading result. Write down the amount of sodium carbonate present in the given mixture is equal to dash grams per liter. Below, the amount of sodium bicarbonate present in the given mixture is equal to dash grams per liter. Okay, so now I will explain you this step 3, students, so that it will be clear to you. Okay, students, we have written the procedure of all the 3 steps. So first one and second one you might have understood, because last experiment also we have done the same. Okay, so third step is little complicated. If we understand the third step, then we almost understood the principle of this experiment. Okay, so what is the name of this experiment, students? Estimation of carbonate and bicarbonate present in the given mixture. Okay, so knowing the total amount of carbonate and bicarbonate present in the mixture. So what is the third step, students? What did we do there? See, I have just drawn the figures of burette and conical flask so that I can make it clear to you. Fine. So in the conical flask, what is taken, students? 20 ml of the unknown mixture. What is there in the mixture? Both carbonate and bicarbonate. But we should be able to estimate the amount of carbonate separately and the amount of bicarbonate separately present in the mixture. So this is a great or big task for us. Fine. So now let us start, students. So 20 ml of the mixture is taken in the conical flask and added 1 test tube of water and 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator is added. Okay. So when we added phenolphthalein indicator to this mixture, the color is turning into pink color. Okay. So immediately after adding phenolphthalein, the solution turns into pink color. Now what we have done? We started titrating with HCl taken in the burette. Okay. Now the reaction is started. What are there in the conical flask? Carbonate as well as bicarbonate. We added phenolphthalein indicator and started titrating with HCl. So what is reacting first with HCl? Among these two, carbonate starts reacting with HCl. Why? Because it is stronger than bicarbonate. That's why we have used phenolphthalein indicator. Fine. So carbonate starts reacting with HCl. That means HCl starts neutralizing carbonate. Okay. So the reaction has started. So what happens, students? That pink at one stage it is turning into colorless, and we say that colorless point is the end point. Okay. So at this end point, what is happening? Carbonate is half neutralized to give bicarbonate, students. Okay. So CO3, look here, I have written here, Na2CO3 is half neutralized to NaHCO3. That means some amount of HCl is being used to convert Na2CO3 to NaHCO3. It is not completely neutralized, students. If it is completely neutralized means what? Completely neutralized means it should be converted into NaCl. Okay. So half of Na2CO3 is converted into NaHCO3. How will we know that Na2CO3 is half neutralized to NaHCO3? That is what we use the indicator. Okay. So this pink to colorless tells us Na2CO3 is half neutralized to NaHCO3. Okay. So for example, at this point, okay, at this point, what happened? Na2CO, pink is turning into colorless. Okay, so that value, okay, for example, so till here is the complete volume of HCl, students. So we started using HCl. Na2CO3 is converted into NaHCO3. For example, this much is used for the conversion of Na2CO3 to NaHCO3. So this value we will note down as V1. Okay. So what does V1 indicate? Half neutralization or semi-neutralization of Na2CO3 to NaHCO3. Okay. So if V1 is the volume of HCl utilized or required for the half neutralization of Na2CO3 to NaHCO3, then what is the volume of HCl required for the complete neutralization of Na2CO3, students? If V1, for example, 10 ml of HCl is used for half neutralization, then for complete neutralization of CO3 minus 2, then how much volume of HCl? Just we can use our brain. Double the amount of V1 is the volume of HCl required for the complete neutralization of CO3 minus 2, that is 2V1. Okay. So, is this understood, students? Volume of HCl used for half neutralization of Na2CO3 to NaHCO3 if it is V1. Complete neutralization of Na2CO3 is 2V1, double the value of V1. Okay. So now the solution is at which stage? It is now pink to colorless. So the solution is colorless. So at this point we should not discard this solution. Okay. What should be added? Here you should add methyl orange. Methyl orange indicate. Okay. So now try to understand, students. In this conical flask, previously when we started the experiment, there were carbonate as well as bicarbonate. Okay. We started the reaction. So how did we start the reaction? By titrating with HCl. So what we have learned? Some part of HCl is used for the neutralization of CO3 minus 2. Only half CO3 minus 2 is neutralized. Half CO3 minus 2 is already there. Okay. HCO3 minus, that is bicarbonate anions, are they already there in the mixture, and now new bicarbonate formed from half neutralization of CO3 minus 2 also there in the mixture. This point, if you understand, the principle will be very easy, students. Okay. Previously what were there, ma? CO3 minus 2 and HCO3 minus only were there in the mixture. Now we started titrating with the HCl. Half CO3 minus 2 neutralized it to give bicarbonate. So that is the new bicarbonate formed in the mixture. Already bicarbonate there in the mixture. Half carbonate there in the mixture. Okay. So now what did we do? We added methyl orange indicator. So immediately after adding methyl orange indicator, the solution in the conical flask turns into yellow color. Okay. So we will not fill the burette again. We will just continue the titration. Fine. We don't add any water. Just we will add the indicator, 2 to 3 drops of methyl orange. Immediately that colorless solution turns into yellow color. So we will continue the titration. Where will we stop the titration, students? When this solution in the conical flask changes into pink color. Okay. Second end point is yellow to pink. Okay. What is the first end point? Pink to colorless. What is pink to colorless? Half neutralization of Na2CO3 to NaHCO3. Okay. There you are noting down the value as V1. So V1 is the volume of HCl required for half neutralization of Na2CO3. Repeating again and again, don't get bored, as this is a complicated principle. I am repeating this many times, students. Okay. So if V1 is half neutralization, 2V1 is complete neutralization. Fine. Next we are adding methyl orange. Okay. So we started titration. At one point yellow colored solution turns into pink color. Stop the titration. So here you will be noting down the value as V2. What is V2? Volume of HCl required for the complete neutralization of both CO3 minus 2 and HCO3 minus. Okay. Now we should estimate carbonate as well as bicarbonate. Carbonate we have seen 2V1 is the volume of HCl required. Then what about HCO3 minus, students? How will we get? V2 is not the value. V2 is complete CO3 minus 2 and HCO3 minus. Okay? Can anyone guess, students? How will we estimate the amount of bicarbonate? Total volume is V2. Volume of HCl required for carbonate is 2V1. So how will we estimate HCO3 minus? Very good. V2 minus 2V1 gives us the volume of HCl required for the estimation of or neutralization of HCO3 minus ions. Okay. Hope I made clear, students. This principle is quite complicated, but if you once you understand it will be very much interesting. Okay. So this is the third step. The procedure, if you understand, automatically the principle is understood, students. Okay. Next, what should we write? We should write observations and calculations. So put the side heading, students. Observations and calculations. Step 1. Weight of empty weighing bottle. Weight of empty weighing bottle, comma, W1 equals to dash grams. Weight of empty weighing bottle, comma, W1 equals to dash grams. Below, weight of bottle plus substance. Weight of bottle plus substance. What is the substance, students? Na2CO3. How much you have to weigh? 1.325 grams. Okay. Comma, W2 is equal to dash grams. Below, weight of the bottle after transferring the substance. Weight of the bottle after transferring the substance. Where to transfer? Into the volumetric flask. Okay. Comma, W3 is equal to dash grams. Below, weight of the substance transferred. How do we get this? W2 minus W3 is equal to dash grams. So finally, therefore, molarity of Na2CO3 is equal to, therefore, molarity of Na2CO3 is equal to weight by molecular weight into liter is equal to W2 minus W3 by 106. 106 is the molecular weight of sodium carbonate, students, into 1000 by 250 is equal to, why 250 we have taken? Because we are using a 250 ml standard flask. Okay, is equal to dash M, capital M. That is the concentration of Na2CO3, full stop. Step 2, students. First, write down the reaction. Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives rise to 2NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Next comes the table. Serial number, volume of Na2CO3, burette readings, initial, final. Volume of HCl, draw neatly with a scale and pencil, students. Okay. So it is observation book, maintain neatly. So serial numbers 1, 2, 3, as we are doing 3 titrations. So volume of Na2CO3, how much is taken? 20 ml, 20, 20. Burette readings, initial 0, 0, 0. So final will be where you will be getting the end point, that value we will be noting down there, and only after doing the experiment we will know the values. Okay, so leave the space, leave it as blank. Next, below write down Na2CO3 versus HCl. So this is the reaction between Na2CO3 and HCl. Okay, so below write down, students, M1 molarity of Na2CO3. M1 molarity of Na2CO3. This will be our step 1 value. Fine. Next, below V1 volume of Na2CO3. We know volume of Na2CO3. How much we have taken? 20 ml. So is equal to 20 ml. Next, below number of moles of Na2CO3. From the reaction, it is 1. Below M2 molarity of HCl, which is to be calculated. Next, V2 volume of HCl, that will be our burette reading. Next, N2 number of moles of HCl. From the reaction, it is 2. Okay. Now, here comes the formula, students. M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. What is to be calculated? M2 is to be calculated. So, cross multiplication M1 V1 N2 divided by N1 into V2. You will substitute the values, and whatever the value you are getting, you will be writing below, and the units capital M. So, step 3, students, you can write here mixture versus HCl. Okay, third step now, estimation of carbonate and bicarbonate in the given mixture, right? So, write down. Draw the table, students. Serial number, volume of mixture, that is mixture, students, volume of mixture. Next, volume of HCl, volume of HCl. Below you can write V1 and V2. Next, 2V1. Next, V2 minus 2V1. Carefully write down, students, this third table. Serial number, volume of mixture. Next is volume of HCl. We have two titer values, right? One is V1, that is pink to colorless. V2 is yellow to pink, students. Okay? So, if you want, you can mention here V1 pink to colorless. Titer value number 1. V2 yellow to pink. Titer value 2. Okay? Next is 2V1. Next is V2 minus 2V1. So, 2V1 and V2 minus 2V1, that we will do calculation on our own. For example, V1 is 9 here. We will write 2 into 9, 18, like that. If it is 10, 2 into 10, 20. Okay? So, after getting V2 value, this here last column, V2 minus 2. Simple calculation, that last two columns. Okay? Don't worry about that. These two from the experiment we will get, students. Those two we will calculate on our own. Fine. Next, below. Here, students, 20, 20, 20. Because 20 ml we are prepared out now, the unknown mixture. Okay. So, below write down. Estimation of carbonate. First, we will do estimation of carbonate. For that, write down the reaction, students. Na2CO3 plus 2HCl gives 2 NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Okay. So, M1 molarity of Na2CO3 we need to calculate. Next, V1 volume of the mixture 20 ml. Next, N1 number of moles of Na2CO3 equals to, from the reaction, 1. Next, M2 molarity of HCl. This is a step 2 value, students. Step 2 standardization of HCl. There we calculate HCl concentration, right? That value you are supposed to substitute here. Next, V2 volume of HCl 2V1. Okay, 2V1 value we will write down here. What is 2V1? The volume of HCl required for the complete neutralization of carbonate. Okay. So, volume of HCl 2V1 we will write. Don't multiply this 2 into this V1. Okay. This V1 value should come here. Next, N2 number of moles of HCl equals to 2 from the reaction. Okay. Written. Okay, students, write down the formula. M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. What is to be calculated? M1, right? So, therefore, M1 is equal to cross multiplication. M2 V2 N1 by N2 into V1. So, substitute the values. So, whatever value we are getting is equal to substitute, write down there, and units write down capital M. So finally, amount of carbonate present in the given mixture will be equal to molarity into molecular weight, students. So whatever value you are getting here, that you will substitute here. Okay. So molarity into molecular weight of Na2CO3, 106. So multiply these two, that will be your amount of carbonate. Below write down estimation of HCO3 minus. Okay. So we have done estimation of carbonate. Next we have to do estimation of bicarbonate, students. Okay. So write down the reaction first. NaHCO3 plus HCl gives NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. Next comes M1 molarity of bicarbonate, which is to be calculated. Next V1 volume of mixture 20 ml. N1 number of moles of NaHCO3 from the reaction 1. Below M2 molarity of HCl, that is step 2 value. Next V2 volume of HCl. Students, here V2 minus 2V1. V2 is the volume, total volume of HCl required for total neutralization of carbonate and bicarbonate. That is V2 value, right? So V2 minus 2V1 equals to, next N2 number of moles of HCl from the reaction 1. Okay. Below comes the formula M1V1 by N1 equals to M2V2 by N2. Therefore, what is to be calculated? M1, right? So M1 is equal to M2V2 N1 divided by N2 into V1. So we will substitute the values, calculate and write down the value. Write down the unit, students, capital M. So finally, amount of NaHCO3 present in the given mixture is equal to molarity. Which molarity? This value should be written here into molecular weight of NaHCO3. How much is molecular weight of NaHCO3, students? 84. So whatever value you are getting after multiplication is equal to dash grams per liter. Okay. So don't feel like you are tired. Fine. So this is just quite a big experiment, not too big, students. So please write down in your observation book and maintain your observation book neatly. Okay. So we'll meet you in the next class with the third experiment. Okay. So take care, students. Stay safe. Bye-bye.